In the deepest corners of power, a crucial law reigns supreme: never outshine the master. We begin our journey with The 48 Laws of Power, a seminal work penned by the astute Robert Greene. This book, much like a well-crafted compass, has guided countless individuals through the murky waters of power, politics, and personal advancement. Its resonance and relevance have only grown over the years, making it a must-read for those seeking to understand the dynamics of power. As we turn the pages, our focus sharpens on the first law, the cornerstone of all that follows: never outshine the master. It stands sentinel, setting a tone of caution and strategy that echoes throughout the remaining laws. This law, while seemingly simple, contains layers of complexity and shrewdness that demand careful exploration. So what does it mean to never outshine the master? At its core, this law advises us to avoid outperforming those in positions of authority. It cautions against the allure of the spotlight, reminding us that shadows too hold power. It's about recognizing the balance between ambition and humility, between showcasing one's abilities and maintaining deference to the master. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We've merely skimmed the surface, merely touched upon the vast ocean that this law represents. The depth of its wisdom, the breadth of its relevance, and the heights to which it can propel us, all remain to be explored. As we delve deeper into this law, we will unravel the strategies it suggests, the pitfalls it warns against, and the rewards it promises. We will learn to navigate the intricacies of power, to wield it wisely and effectively. But for now, let us sit back. Let us absorb the essence of this first law, for in understanding it, we begin to understand the very nature of power itself. Now delve deeper into the abyss of power and discover the intricacies of this foremost law. Picture yourself in a room, basking in the glow of your master's light. In the realm of power, the master's light is a beacon, a guide. It's a source of wisdom and authority, but it's also a potential pitfall. It is the glow that can burn too brightly, causing those who bask in it to outshine the source. In the world illuminated by the master's light, outshining the master is a dangerous game to play. Consider the story of Thomas a Cardinal in the court of King Henry VIII. Wolsey's radiance outshone his master's, and Henry, feeling overshadowed, eventually removed him from power. Wolsey's story is a stark reminder of the perils of outshining the master. It's a lesson that power is a delicate balance, and when that balance is upset, the consequences can be harsh. Now you may wonder, why is it so essential to avoid outshining those above us in the power hierarchy? The answer lies in human nature. We are social creatures, hierarchical by instinct. We look to our leaders for guidance and direction, but when a subordinate outshines the master, it disrupts the natural order of things. It can create resentment, jealousy, and insecurity among those at the top. This can lead to conflict, retaliation, and ultimately, a downfall. The key to avoiding pitfall is to understand and respect the power hierarchy. It's about knowing your place within that structure and navigating it with wisdom and tact. It's about harnessing the glow of the master's light without letting it burn too brightly. Remember, each of brilliance comes with a shadow. Your brilliance should complement the master's, not compete with it. It should illuminate the path forward, not blind those who lead. The master's light is not a spotlight for you to steal, a guiding light to follow. The master's light is a precarious place to be. Navigate wisely. If you're finding this content valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It helps us bring more power-packed content your way. Subtlety, the art of understated brilliance, is your shield in the power play. In the grand chessboard of power dynamics, subtlety and discretion are your knights, moving in ways that others can't predict, and striking when least expected. These virtues are not about concealing your abilities, but rather strategically showcasing them, without casting a shadow on those above you. When we speak of subtlety, we are talking about a delicate balance between visibility and invisibility, between shining and dimming, between being seen and being overlooked. It's about being a river, not a flood, a whisper, not a shout. It's about knowing when to step into the limelight and when to retreat into the shadows. So how do you exhibit your talents without outshining your superiors? It's a dance, really, a nuanced ballet of power. You must learn to radiate competence without blinding others with your brilliance. To do this, you must first understand the insecurities and ambitions of those above you. Tailor your actions to assuage their fears and feed their desires. Be indispensable but never a threat. Next, you must master the art of self-effacement. Let others take credit for your ideas at times, let your work speak for itself, and let others sing your praises. This strategy not only keeps you in the good graces of your superiors, but also creates a mystique around you, a sense of hidden depth that others will find intriguing. Then there's the art of timing. Know when to shine and when to dim your light. The right moment can magnify your brilliance, while the wrong one can eclipse it entirely. Patience and observation are key. Watch, wait, and strike when the time is right. Lastly, remember the power of humility. A humble demeanor can mask a formidable mind. It can disarm your superiors, making you a pleasant surprise rather than a threatening rival. Mastering subtlety is mastering the art of power. But remember, subtlety is a double-edged sword. It can protect you, or it can backfire. Use it wisely. In the grand chessboard of power, balance is key. It's a dance, a delicate equilibrium that fuels the engine of any organization, relationship, or social construct. The balance power, like a finely tuned instrument, requires a keen sense of understanding, a deft touch, and above all, the ability to adapt to the ever-shifting dynamics of our complex world. Power, in its essence, is about influence and control, and it is not an isolated entity. It exists in a delicate interplay between individuals, groups, or nations. It's a dance where each participant has a role to play, each movement, each decision, each strategy has an impact. The balance of power is not static, it is an equilibrium, continually in flux. But what happens when this balance is disrupted? What are the repercussions of tipping the scales too far in one's favor? The repercussions of disrupting this balance can be severe, and often catastrophic. It's like a game of Jenga. Remove one piece too many, and the whole structure collapses. Disrupting the balance of power can lead to resentment, conflict, and ultimately, rebellion. It can breed hostility and animosity, causing an organization to tear itself apart from the inside. It can erode trust and loyalty, the very foundations upon which any successful relationship or organization is built. It can even ignite the flames of war, as history has shown us time and time again. The balance of power is not something to be toyed with. It's not a game to be won or a prize to claim. It's an intricate dance. A delicate equilibrium needs to be respected, maintained, and understood. It requires keen observation, strategic thinking, and a deep understanding of the human psyche. Remember, power is not just about dominance or control. It's about influence, diplomacy, and the ability to navigate the intricate web of relationships. It's about understanding dynamics, the push and pull, the give and take. It's about being able to adapt, to change, to evolve. Upsetting the balance of power often leads to downfall. Tread carefully. It's a dance, and every step matters. Every move has consequences. So, choose your steps wisely, for in the grand chessboard of power, balance is key. Enjoying the video? Show some love by hitting the like button, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel. Your support fuels our power. Now, the veil lifts, and the law stands clear. We've journeyed through the shadows, basked in the Master's light, and learned the art of subtlety. We've balanced on the delicate scales of power, and now we stand at the precipice of understanding. The first law of power, as espoused by Robert Greene in his seminal work, The 48 Laws of Power, is never outshine the master. Let's briefly revisit the key points we've discussed. This law, in essence, is about knowing your place in the hierarchy of power. It's about understanding that while it's important to display competence, it's equally crucial to avoid threatening the status or authority of those above you. It's not about subservience, but about strategic deference. So what happens if we violate this law? If we outshine our masters, we risk their wrath and resentment. We become targets, seen as threats to the established order. This could lead to our downfall, as those in power could use their influence against us. It's a perilous path, one that can swiftly lead from the dizzying heights of success to the crushing depths of failure. But what about the benefits of adhering to this law? By not outshining the master, we can navigate the corridors of power with less friction. We gain the opportunity to learn from those above us, to grow and to hone our skills. We can build alliances, earn trust, and establish our own power base without triggering alarm bells. In essence, we can move stealthily towards our goals under the protective shadow of our masters. Never outshine the master isn't just a law, it's a strategy, a mindset, an art form. It's a way of life in the realm of power. Understanding and applying this law can make the difference between success and failure, between ascension and descent. Remember, never outshine the master is not just a law, it's a way of life in the realm of power. With this knowledge, you've taken your first step into a larger, darker world.